Hi, I'm Elle, a cross-stitch artist and designer here on TikTok, and welcome back to my How to Cross-Stitch tutorial series. So you've just finished stitching your very first cross-stitch piece, and now you want to know, how the heck do I finish off the back of this so I can actually hang it up on the wall? Not everyone likes their pieces to be hung in hoops, but as you can see behind me, I quite like the way it looks with a whole bunch of hoops up on the wall together. So that's what I'm going to teach you how to do to start with. My favorite way to finish off the back of the hoop is to sew the back shut, and while there's definitely a few different ways to do this, I'm going to show you my personal favorite, which is what I call the tab method. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. Now before we get started, I want to emphasize that it's really, really important to take your piece out of the hoop and re-hoop it over again. This helps for a couple different reasons. One, it helps you re-center your piece and make sure it's really nice and centered in your hoop before you finish off the back. The other reason that we do this is to re-tighten the fabric all the way around, just like I showed you when you first put your piece in a hoop at the beginning of the stitching process. That way, as the cloth stretches a little bit as you stitch, you can tighten it back down again before we finish it off in the hoop. Once you're all re-centered and re-tightened, you're gonna flip your piece over to the back and you're gonna cut a loose circle around the edge of your piece. It doesn't have to be perfect. I recommend leaving about an inch or so of extra cloth all the way around. Next, we're gonna go around the piece and we're gonna cut tabs by taking our scissors and cutting from the edge toward the hoop about every inch or so all the way around. As you can see, I've already done this, so I have all of my little tabs cut. If you are working in a smaller hoop, 3, 4, 5, 6-inch hoop, you want your tabs to be roughly an inch wide. If you're working in a 7+ inch hoop, you're gonna want these tabs to be even wider, about 1.5 inches, maybe even 2 inches if you're up to like a 10-inch hoop. Using a good size length of floss, you're gonna tie a knot in one end, thread the other. I use 3 strands for doing the back. First, we're gonna put tab number 1, pin it down, kind of hold it down like that. You're gonna lay tab number 2 on top, and where they overlap right here, we're gonna stitch up through both layers of the tabs, pull it nice and tight. Tab 3 gets laid down on tab 2, and where they overlap this time, we're gonna go down through both layers of tab. And we're just gonna keep going around the circle like this, laying the next tab down and alternating going up and down through the different level or through the different layers. And as we go, we're making sure to pull really tight after each pass with the needle so that these start to lay down and point towards the center of our hoop. When you get to the end, make sure you pull it nice and tight, tie off with a double knot, and you're done.